Hello, my name is Tony Litt. I'm the MD of Sunrise Radio, and it's my immense pleasure to bring you the official Sunrise Radio podcast. We are the #1 commercial Asian station in the United Kingdom, with many firsts to our name, and we continue to be the voice of British Asians who have given us their love and loyalty over 30 years. It's a legacy we cherish and a responsibility that we don't take lightly. Our aim has always been to entertain the listeners with the best of Bollywood and Bhangra, while also addressing their concerns. A real voice for the community, a vibrant community, and a great nation. We are proud to be British and Asian. This podcast is a compilation of some of the things we do on the station, with a stellar lineup of presenters who each have their own personality and style. It's entertaining, informative, engaging, and we hope you will enjoy it here as a podcast if you are unable to tune in to the radio. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your family and friends about this podcast, and do leave us a comment on what you think. We'd love to hear from you. All the best always. Team Sunrise.
The UK's biggest station mix. Sunrise Radio.
You are tuned in to the Bhangra Showdown every Saturday between 4 and 7. Myself, Amit Chana, brings you the finest of all things Punjabi and Bhangra from across the globe, past, present and future. And every now and again, whenever I can, I try to get people from within the industry up on the phone or in the studio or on Zoom, having a chat, find out what they're up to. And today it gives me great pleasure not only to introduce a man who goes by the name of Hitmaker, and deservedly so, but also I get to call him a good friend. PBN joins me on the line.
Hanji, कितना सोने हो?
What's going on?
Very well, my bro. Very well, man. How's things? You good?
Not bad at all. I know that you are like midway between Wolves and London right now because you're performing at Venue 5 in Ruislip, which is 10 minutes from my house.
That's right. And I'm disappointed that you're not attending right after the show.
I know. I totally forgot, man. But listen, you've been a busy man, right? I just said, I don't know if you were listening to the show earlier on, but I was saying when Antidote came out, it was October 24. It's been almost a year and we haven't had a chance to talk about it. So congratulations on a great EP.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. We didn't get an interview, did we?
No.
Yeah. You know what? The last 12, 18 months has been, a bit of a whirlwind, actually. But yeah, that album, October, was it, last year?
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, man. It was time I came back with some new music. It was around the time I received a doctorate from the University of Wolverhampton, just kind of celebrating my career, where, and I just felt like putting out some new music, and that's it, really. So back on it now. There's been lots going on since then, which we'll talk about this year. But,
and it's interesting because we and you have this conversation in our social environment amongst our friends that we hang out with together. Why EP, man? Because it's the world of singles, right? And they come and they go, and then somebody puts, Gudden's putting out 2 singles a week right now. Why did you decide to do an EP? Was it to, which we'll talk about also, the doctorate, was it to kind of celebrate that?
I think it's, that as well, definitely that. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. I do everything, I release singles, I release albums, I release EPs. Sometimes if you're eager to get something out a little bit more quicker, an EP is 4 to 5, 5 to 6 songs, and it still gives you, the audience kind of a different vibe, to kind of... The thing is, if you put a single out, it's just one song, do you know what I mean? And then it's like, okay, what's next? But if you give 4 or 5 songs, it gives it a little bit more to digest and enjoy. And obviously you can look at different genres, slow jams, big Bhangra numbers, and I just felt like, I needed to get a project out, and an EP was probably the quickest option for me to get something out, end of last year.
And actually, people have been pleasantly surprised, because even having worked with you recently, which we'll talk about in a second, I mean, people know you as the guy that makes those dance floor big Bhangra bangers, right? I mean, I just played Konni Janada, then I played my favourite track that I talk to you about all the time, Gurunam Pulla's PK, which I love, do you know what I mean? And, you've worked with Jazz Tami, you've worked with Jesse Sidhu, the list goes on, recently Master Salim. But with the EP, and having worked with you recently on Surinderella, you really understand multiple genres. Why do you not take that kind of footstep of kind of releasing songs outside of that world more often?
I think going forward I will. I think very early on in my career I had a lot of success dropping dance floor bangers, and the fan base just come accustomed to wanting that signature dance floor banger from me, and I enjoyed it. You know, I've always been a big Bhangra fan, and I love dance floor music, and I ended up being really, really good at it. So I ran with it, and there's nothing more than seeing, response on dance floors across the world to your music. And I think with dance floor bangers, they get played everywhere, from radio to DJs, from us performing. And yeah, I think that it's just one of those things. It was very early on in my career. Like I said, I had the success of making dance floor hits, so I run with it. But away from that, if you talk to me and say, what do you listen to away from, making Bhangra music and Punjabi music, I listen to, all genres, from rock, pop, dance, hip-hop, you name it, garage. Do you know what I mean? So I'm accustomed to that music, and I obviously started off in a black recording studio from a very early age, grassroots level. So, we was experimenting with that music. So I've always done it, but I've not really released a lot of it, which I'm trying to do now.
And which I was pleasantly surprised about, because we've been teasing it now. Like, me and you had the chance to change a friendship into a co-creative kind of collaboration on Rifko Theatre's Cinderella, which you did the music and lyrics for. Another pleasant surprise. Pravesh Kumar, who's the kind of head creative of Rifko, wrote the script, and I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to direct it, and the three of us kind of worked together in real collaboration, and there was nothing that Prav and I threw up at you that you didn't really take on and go, yeah, I can do that musically, I can do that. Even ones that you sort of struggled with, you kind of went, well, let me try something different, I'll give you what you want, but my version of it. So what was firstly, congratulations on the success of that. I can say that now, because we are selling out every night all over the country. And secondly, what was the biggest challenge of that process of converting what you do on your own in a studio to working with 2-3 other creatives, and then kind of coming together with making a show together, as opposed to you just going off in a dark corner and making music on your own?
Of course. Well, firstly, let me just start by saying thank you, obviously, to yourself, Amy. I know you're my brother, but the first time we've, like I said, co-creating, working together. I'm proud and all the Rifko team, really.
Yeah.
This was my first step into theatre, and I didn't really know what to expect. You guys gave me the opportunity, and I really enjoyed it. And I don't like using the word challenge, because I've said that in a couple of previous interviews as well about Cinderella. And I thought, it wasn't a challenge, it was an opportunity, because like you just said, normally with me in my own world and in a recording studio, I work very closely with set musicians or, key vocalists and nothing more than that. And this was the first time we could work with the whole production team, yourself directing, Prav, who wrote a brilliant production, and obviously the extended team as well, with the music director, the actors, everybody as a whole. It was great to be part of a big production for the first time. And in terms of the genres and stuff, I think it was great because you guys let me loose and say, you know what, we know your dance floor hits, but try this. And I got to, like he says, write English lyrics for the first time and work with Hindi songs, classics and Punjabi, and it was just really fun. And I think every time we didn't really hit much stumbling blocks, like he says, and if we did, it was just a case of stepping back and saying, how about we try something else? And like he just says, I think the feedback for this has been amazing. I'm getting messages still every other day. There's loads of people who have missed out on some of the shows, especially in Wolverhampton and the Midlands, because they thought it would be going on for a lot longer. And everybody that did go, I saw a statistic the other day from Grand Theatre saying that 54% of the audience that attended Cinderella were new attendees to Wolverhampton Grand Theatre. Exactly.
Even I didn't know that, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. I've got to forward you guys that link, and that just shows that, the appetite for South Asian theatre, and Rifko are just smashing it right now. So congratulations to you guys as well, man.
Well, listen, man, it was a team effort, it was a collaboration, and I should also congratulate you on your doctorate. Again, just over a year ago, you received an amazing doctorate from your university of Wolverhampton. What was that? But how'd you get one of those, man?
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. I mean, obviously, my name was put forward. I think the University of Wolverhampton is actually a place I studied many moons ago, and it was around about the same time I launched my career. And I think the university has kept their eye on me since then and seen my journey and decided to celebrate me, And like I said, Wolverhampton to me is not just only my hometown, it's where my music journey began. I came through grassroots music projects. And yeah, I owe a lot to Wolverhampton, and it's very close to my heart. And like I said, it was just it came out of nowhere. And when I knew that was happening, I was like, right, I need to get active, and it just gave me a new kind of energy to get back in the studio and make more music. So really grateful. It
really does. It's really changed the path and your journey and your mindset. I've seen you as a creative live really kind of open your mind to various things. I know you've got your fingers in lots of different brilliant pies in terms of championing young artists, but also putting kind of ethnic minority talent on a stage as well, which we can talk about further down the line once it happens. But I'm going to have to let you go now, man, because I know you're on your way to a gig. Just let me know where people can catch Cinderella in the final week at Riverside Studios.
Yeah, so that's it. It's exactly that. I think we're in the final week. Everywhere is literally sold out. So we got Riverside left 29th to the 2nd of November. And really, it's a show for all the family, young kids to grandparents. Everyone's enjoyed it. So make sure you guys go check it out. I think, like I said, last week, next week. So get your tickets while you can.
Amazing. And you can get them at rifcotheatre.com. Heps, PBN, it's a real pleasure to speak to you officially. But I look forward to seeing you. Have a great gig tonight, man. I'll catch up with you very, very soon. Thanks for your time.
Join Amit Channa every Saturday from 4 p.m. for the Bhangra Showdown, playing you the finest in Punjabi and Bhangra music from the past, present and future.
You are tuned to the Love Lounge with the Love Doctor, and I have got someone on hold on the phone right now who's going to be joining me for Flirty at 8:30.
Calling all singles. Are you ready to get flirty at 8:30? Message the studio now and let the Love Doctor of Sunrise help you find love.
That's right. I've got someone on the line right now, and they're joining me, and it's Hassim from North London. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good, my friend. How about yourself? Are you good?
Yeah, very good.
Excellent. You just randomly messaged me and said, yeah, I'm up for this, and I'm very happy you said that.
Yeah, just it's all about trying different things, and it's the first time I've done anything like this. So
I'm going to give you a round of applause. More power to you, mate, as well, right? What have you got to lose? It's just a bit of fun, just a bit of laugh. And then all I'm going to do is ask you 5 fun questions about you. And then we're just going to put you out there and see if anyone's listening, any ladies are listening that think, he sounds nice. Maybe we can, get you two together and then go from there, yeah?
Okay.
Simples. All right, before I ask you the 5 questions, my first question always is, tell everyone your name, location, rough age, and whereabout, like a little bit about you. 1 sentence, 2 sentences about you.
Okay, so my name's Zane. I'm from northwest London, so roughly around Stanmore. And a little bit about myself. I'm 28 years old. I'm a working professional. I work in consultancy. I'm a contractor. And I'm just now in the process of slowing myself down a little bit to find some love.
Nice, you're only 28, slowing down already to find love. I love it.
It's just I've had a very fast-paced life. So.
Fair enough. I completely understand that, completely get that. All right, cool, no problem at all. So I'm going to ask you 5 fun questions about you. I want you to just be as imaginative as you possibly can. Really think outside the box with the questions and the answers, and then we go from there. Simples, okay?
Let's do it.
All right, question number 1. I would like you to tell me how your best friends describe you. I'm not asking you to tell me how you describe yourself. If your best friend was on the phone right now, how would they describe you?
Oh, okay. So, best friend. Well, I have a very interesting relationship with my best friend, so he probably will just, take the mick a little bit. But otherwise, when he's being serious, I'd say he'll probably say ambitious, caring, and a giver. Yeah.
Okay, those are just standard words, though. I want something unique about you, something that I couldn't copy and paste onto anyone else.
Someone who enjoys the smaller things in life, like having some family time. Someone who likes traveling. I don't know, it's a box and correct answer. I'm trying my best here, though. Put me on the spot.
Oh, yeah, of course, that's the whole idea. It's got to be organic. It's got to be, like, natural on the spot. If I told you these questions in advance, it wouldn't be authentic, right? So that was the whole point, right? So I know it's a tough one, but, like, like, what's you said your friend, right? They would kind of take the mickey a little bit. Like, what's one thing they would probably say about you?
We'll go with the spontaneous.
Spontaneous. In what way? What form or fashion has that come out in the recent past?
Well, one day we were bored I said, let's go and have lunch in Paris. So we did that.
I love it. See, that's the kind of detail that I'm looking for. Stuff like that. That's what's unique to you. That's what makes you stand out. I love that. Just a random lunch in Paris. Why not? Right? Well, what else are we going to do in life? All right, cool. Question number 2. Let's say, for example, that you are in a relationship with someone, right? Imagine you have met someone. How would you, like through us, right? Through Sunrise, through Flirty at 8:30, how would you show your affection to the one that you have feelings for? Besides the usual stuff, and I'm not talking like chocolates and flowers, how do you like to show your affection to someone you have feelings for?
I'm someone who's full of surprises, so I would love to take them to, surprise holidays. Take them somewhere nice, make them have new experiences. I'm all about experiences, so try something different and not tell them about it. So just say, this is what you need. You need comfortable footwear, etc., and off you go. So, I'll put some thought for. I like to put in thought for like date nights and things like that.
Okay, cool. All right, but actually that leads nicely on to the next question, actually, because I'm just trying to spell spontaneous in my in my own shorthand way. All right, okay, cool. Question 3 then, off the back of what you've just said, right? Okay, so you decide to sweep your date off their feet by taking them to some kind of surprise location. So the question is, where are you taking them? Where would you take someone, the person that you're dating, you're falling in love with, etc., and you decide to sweep them off their feet, take them somewhere random? Where are you taking them? And I mean specifically, what specific location?
Now I'm going to have to change location. I'd probably like to go to a random island destination.
Like,
let's call it Maldives.
that's a very random one. I love it. For a random, just like all right, that's quite extravagant. All right, let me rephrase it ever so slightly. A random weekend break. Where are you taking them?
Let's do something in Europe. Yeah, we'll go somewhere in Europe. Nice. Let's say maybe Portugal.
Portugal?
We'll go to Portugal.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Have you been to Portugal before?
No, I haven't, and that's why I said Portugal.
Nice. No, I haven't either. I'm going for my first time on Christmas Day, actually, with my lovely wife. So yeah, we're going. Not her first time, but my first time to Portugal. So I love it. All right, cool. I love it. It was a weekend break. All right, question number 4. If you had to, right, this may not be your thing at all, but if you had to serenade your date with a song, what song would you sing to win their affections?
Easy. Fly Me to the Moon.
Nice. I love it.
Maybe Kabhi Kabhi.
Oh, you have got class, my friend. You have got absolute class. A combination, or you do a double of Fly Me to the Moon and then Kabhi Kabhi. I mean, come on, man. Doing an English and classic and then a Hindi classic. I mean, that is the ultimate way to win a woman's heart, I reckon. All right, nice. I love that. Okay. Last but not least, what would someone else have to do? What would the lady have to do to win over your heart?
I don't know so much. I just want some peace, stability, someone that goes through life, shoulder to shoulder with me, and it can be my comfort, and. Yeah, that's about it, really. I tell you what, I'm just going to push you for something specific, and the reason I'm asking that, like, say for example, here's my example, right? I'm a gadget fiend, so if my wife wants to get into my good graces, all she's going to do is buy me a really cool, the latest gadget or something, right? So that's like, that's one way that she could show me affection. One of many ways, of course, right? But just like one specific way that's unique to me. So what one thing of all the things you just said, peace, stability, be your comfort, but what one specific thing? Just passion for life. Yeah.
But in what form? In what form would that passion for life show itself? In what way would it manifest?
I just wanting to enjoy it, all the little moments we share together, and try and build something. I want them to be ambitious. So that's what I mean by passion for life. Be ambitious, look forward to the next steps, and grow and try and build an empire. So ambitious in that sense.
I love that. I think we'll end on that one. Build an empire together. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Okay, cool. I'm just going to do a very quick recap for anyone who's just joined us. We are doing Flirty at 8:30, but it's actually ended up being 9:30. But I've got the amazing Hussein on the phone. He is based in Northwest London, and you're 28 years old, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I asked him 5 questions about him. Here's the summary of those 5 questions. I said, how would your best friends describe you? You said ambitious, caring, and a giver. You enjoy the small things, family time, traveling, and you're spontaneous. Like one time randomly, you just went off for a lunch in Paris. I love that. That was just brilliant. The best answer ever. Question 2, how do you like to show your affection? You think, besides the usual chocolate flowers, like, like you're full of surprises, might do something spontaneous, like whipping them off, off their feet somewhere. That led to question 3, where you mentioned that you potentially take him to somewhere like Portugal where you've never been, so that could be a good weekend break or something. Question 4, if you had to serenade your date, what would you sing to win their affections? You said Fly Me to the Moon and Gubby Gubby. What a great combination. I think that's probably the best combination I've ever heard of in my entire life. And last but not least, what would they need to do to win your heart? What would she need to do? And you said just bring you peace, stability, be your comfort, build an empire together. And I love that again. I think your answers have been absolutely superlative, superb, mate. Honestly, really good, good answers.
I tried my best, mate.
Did I miss anything? And is there any one last message you would like to put out there to any single ladies out there listening right now who are also looking for a partner who is running about the same age? What would you say to them?
Just give me a call or shout out, and if you want to enjoy something like a 60s or 50s style love, then let's go for it.
That's really sweet. Do you know what? I actually say that to a lot of people when I'm coaching them, doing events. I'm like, do you know what? If you were just to date like it was the 50s, 60s or 70s, honestly, you wouldn't have a problem. The problem is we overthink it with modern day thinking and stuff, and we just make it way too complicated. But if you just go back to the older area, keep it really simple, just do what they would have done, I'm telling you will be absolutely fine. You have been an absolute superstar. But from me and everyone else out there, well done, Hussein. Honestly, you're such a brave sport, and well done just for doing that. Honestly, the best.
Thanks, mate. I'm sweating all over, but it's
good. No, you've done amazing, honestly.
Thank
right.
you.
Catch our love guru, Amit Soda, between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. every Sunday for that chill out zone.